Spring break was supposed to be loud, stupid, and forgettable. That's why my friends and I rented the cheapest beachfront motel we could find. The place smelled like salt water and old beer, but it had balconies facing the ocean that was enough. The first night was perfect. Music blasting from every room, people shouting, someone set off fireworks on the beach. My roommate Tyler passed out on the floor before midnight. That's when I noticed him. Across from our motel, there was another one. Same cheap architecture, same rusty railings. Most of the rooms were dark, except one. The man stood on the balcony directly across from mine. He wasn't drinking, wasn't smoking, wasn't on his phone. He was just looking at me. I gave a quick, awkward wave. He didn't wave back. I figured he was just some weird loner. I went inside and forget about him. The next morning, I stepped outside with the coffee. He was still there. Same balcony, same position, looking at me. A chill crawled up my spine. No one stands on a balcony for 12 hours straight. I told Tyler, dude, he laughed. You are hungover and paranoid. Maybe he was right. But that night, I noticed something worse. When I stepped onto the balcony, the man lifted something, a camera. He took a photo of me, a flash reflected off the lens. I froze. Hey, I yelled. He slowly lowered the camera, then he smiled and went inside. The next day, we went to the beach. When we came back, my stomach dropped. My motel room door was slightly open. Tyler swore he locked it. Inside, nothing looked stolen, but something was wrong. My suitcase had been opened, clothes unfolded, like someone had been looking through them. On the bed was a photograph. It showed me standing on the balcony, taken from across the street. Written on the back in messy handwriting, you look better up close. We called the motel manager. He shrugged. Probably a prank, but I couldn't stop thinking about the man across the street. That night, I went to check his balcony. It was empty. The room behind it was dark. I felt relieved until someone knocked on our door. Three slow taps. I opened it. No one was there, but on the ground sat another photo. This one made my stomach twist. It showed me sleeping, taken from inside my room. We packed immediately. Tyler was pale now too. We were leaving early in the morning, but I couldn't sleep. Around 3 a.m., I heard something. A quiet click. My balcony door sliding open. I slowly turned. A silhouette stood inside the room. The man from across the street. He held the camera in one hand and a knife in the other. He whispered, I wanted to see how you do look when you woke up. I didn't scream. I ran. Tyler woke up as the man lunged. Tyler tackled him and we both scrambled into the hallway. People came running from rooms. The man didn't chase us. He simply stood in the doorway, smiling, still holding the camera. Police found dozens of photos in his motel room. Photos of tourists, students, girls, guys, hundreds of them. But one discovery chilled the officer who spoke to us. Our photos were not the newest ones, they were months old, meaning he had been following us. Before spring break ever started, they arrested him. But when they checked his camera, every photo he took inside our room was gone, deleted, except one. The photo taken 3:02 a.m. of me sleeping, but standing beside my bed was a second man watching me. Spring break in Florida was chaos, which is exactly why we came. Clubs, beach parties, zero responsibilities. The first weird thing happened on the second day. My friend Jenna took a group selfie on the beach. Later that night, she posted it. Then she zoomed in. Who the hell is that? Behind us stood a man, tall, pale, wearing a black hoodie, just staring at the camera. None of us remembered seeing him. We laughed it off. Tourist foot bomb, photo bomb. But then it happened again. Another picture at a restaurant. Same man standing behind the window, looking at us. Another picture at the club. Same man across the dance floor, watching. We started getting freaked out. So the next day, we tested something. We went somewhere random, a quiet pier outside town. Took another photo. When we checked it, my chest went cold. He was there again, standing at the end of the pier. Closer this time. Okay, this isn't funny, Jenna said. So we walked down the pier to confront him. But when we reached the end, no one was there. Just the empty ocean. That night, things got worse. Jenna got a message on Instagram from an account with no name, just numbers. The message contained one photo, a picture of our motel room taken from inside while we were gone. Caption: You look beautiful today. We called the police. They searched the motel, found nothing. No cameras, no break ins, no suspect. But the next morning, Jenna's phone had another message, a new photo of us sleeping, taken only hours earlier. We left immediately, drove 12 hours straight to home. We thought it was over until Jenna called me 3 weeks later, crying. He's here. What? He is in my photos again. She sent me one. It was a selfie she took in her bedroom mirror, and behind her, standing in the hallway, was the same man, watching. Police searched her house. No one there. But the officer later called us with something disturbing. They enhanced the photo, zoomed into the man's face, then ran it through a missing persons database. They found a match. The man died 10 years earlier at the same beach we visited. He drowned after witnesses reported he had been following tourists. Jenna deleted every photo, every memory from that trip. But a week later, she texted me something that made my skin crawl. She said, I deleted everything, but he's still showing up. Our hotel had one rule: never go near room 312. Of course, that made everyone curious. The rumor was someone died there during spring break years ago. Classic ghost story. So one night, my friends dared me to knock on the door. I walked down the empty hallway. 312 sat at the very end, lights flickering overhead. I knocked. Nothing. I turned to leave. Then the door slowly opened. A man stood inside, tall, skinny, eyes too wide. He smiled. Wrong room, he said softly, then closed the door. When I got back to my room, my friends laughed. Did you see the ghost? I told them about the guy. They all went quiet. Dude, Tyler said, that room isn't rented. The next day, we asked the front desk. The clerk frowned. Room 312 has been locked for 2 years. That night, I heard something outside my door, scratching, like fingernails dragging along the hallway wall. I looked through the peephole. The man from the room 312 stood there, smiling. He whispered through the door, You knocked first. We called security. They checked the hallway. No one there. But security found something strange. Room 312's door was open. Inside the room, there was no furniture, no bed, just walls covered in photographs. Photos of hotel guests, hundreds of them. Each photo had a date written underneath, some going back 10 years. But the newest photos were of us, taken that day, inside the hotel. Security checked the cameras. The hallway footage showed something impossible. No one ever entered room 312 except me. When I knocked, the door opened by itself. The hotel shut the room permanently after that. But before they sealed it, they removed the photos, every single one, except one they couldn't explain. A picture of me standing outside room 312, knocking. But in the reflection of the door, someone stood behind me. The man, smiling, holding the camera, even though the hallway behind me was empty.